Videodrome! Long live the new flesh!
Videodrome is a 1983 horror movie directed by master of body horror David Cronenberg. Cronenberg is most well known probably for The Fly, which starred Jeff Goldblum. He has also directed a handful of other films such as The Naked Lunch, X Extends, and many other films. I especially enjoy him in Clive Barker's Nightbreed in an acting role he did. James Woods stars as Max Wren, a TV executive in charge of a television network who is known for showing softcore porn and violent movies. His assistant, or editor, or computer guy, they don't really make it clear in the movie what he does in the film, picks up on a pirated satellite signal showing Videodrome, a television show that is apparently aired in Pennsylvania, pretty much right across the street from the television company. Videodrome is a violent television show that shows rape, torture, and it's all real. But Max Wren doesn't know that yet, and he wants to air this show. Max Wren also has a girlfriend who's into weird pain fetish, such as biting, and she even puts a cigarette out on herself. She wants to go and try out for Videodrome, and she goes off and does so, which makes Max Wren concerned. She doesn't show up, and Max Wren is wondering what's going on. And he wants to try and figure out more about Videodrome because he's starting to have strange hallucinations in real life since watching Videodrome. To try and find out more, he realizes that this TV personality who only speaks through the television, known as Dr. Oblivion, is somewhat connected to Videodrome. He decides to go and talk to Dr. Oblivion, and later finds out that he's dead. But he recorded every possible answer on a videotape, and Max Wren takes one. He realizes that Videodrome is very dangerous and very much real. And after a while of watching Videodrome, his body and other items in his house starts taking changes, such as a slot opens up in his stomach where he can stick VHS tapes, guns, and other things. Talk about a convenient fanny pack. Less embarrassing, too. His television, which I'd like to talk about for a while, is an amazing feat in special effects. I'm very fond of practical effects, which is why I love 80s horror movies, because they didn't have much CGI to use, if any at all. And they had to be creative with it. So they created this television where they would put a projector in it, controlled by a synthesizer to make it pulse and move, and put a dental dam on it to make the screen expand, and it's absolutely brilliant. It's one of my favorite special effects scenes in this movie. But I'll talk more about the special effects later on. Videodrome is brainwashing Max Wren, and you find out that computer hacker editor, why do they even have him at the company, is a part of Videodrome and has brainwashed Max Wren. They want him to go and assassinate Dr. Oblivion's daughter, and they want to make Videodrome mass aired, which could be very dangerous for the American people. Max Wren is able to break out of the brainwash, kinda, sorta, but now Dr. Oblivion's daughter controls him? Whatever. He then decides to fight against Videodrome. He decides to try and put an end to it. And he starts. He kills one of the people behind Videodrome, but he can't stop it. It's up to us to stop Videodrome and to decide what we should truly watch. As he sits there and dies, he realizes this is not the end, that his physical body will be gone, that there's much more to Videodrome than what he realizes as he goes off with his girlfriend into the television world. Like most of David Cronenberg's movie, Videodrome is very weird. Extremely weird, but I get it in a way. It's one of my favorite David Cronenberg movies that I've seen. It's smart. It's beautiful to watch, though it may have not aged well through the years. I think that Videodrome had something to say about television, and that we really should be careful and not be just mindless people watching just whatever to get the next kick out of it. It's an absolutely smart movie and one of David Cronenberg's highest ranked movies. Watch Mojo ranked it #1 in their list of top 10 David Cronenberg movies, and currently on IMDb holds a 7.9 out of 10 stars, which is pretty impressive for a horror movie. Like I said earlier, special effects in this movie are top notch, which is usually something I expect in a David Cronenberg movie. He always thinks outside the box when it comes to his special effects and what he wants done, and it can be seen throughout his filmography. But Videodrome, I feel, is very creative. I love the television, and the slot in James Wood's stomach, it's beautiful to look at. Yes, though that may look phallic, I think that it is really cool how they managed to do that. And some of the videotapes turn very flesh-like. It's just amazing to see. Videodrome is very good, though weird. It's enjoyable to watch. It may be hard to grasp, but I think that it's a very smart movie, despite some plot elements that I don't quite get. Like, what did that guy do at the television company? I can't tell if he was an editor, some technician. I don't even remember if they really said what he did. All I know is that he was a part of Videodrome. I would give Videodrome 8 VHS tapes out of 10, and I really recommend you guys check it out. Well, until the next review, I hope you guys take it easy. I will also try to upload some stories in between these reviews, but again, it also depends on how much time I have. But I really want to continue doing these reviews because horror movie is something that I am absolutely passionate about and feel like they're very underrated in Hollywood. They have so much to say about today's society, and they also have such good commentary. But of course, all horror movies get negative reps because there are so many bad horror movies out there that uses the same tropes filled with plot holes. But I believe that there are a lot of gems in the horror genre. And I really hope that you guys, assuming you enjoy horror, since you enjoy the content I do on this channel, hopefully enjoy horror movies, and if not, sincerely dip your toe into the horror movie genre.